Patriots. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready. 60 out far.
They go play action here on first down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Let's go.
On second down now, McFarland. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
He'll look to throw, and he hits the running back, Dion Lewis. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first.
I think the good offensive coordinators in the league now are looking at the fullback position and finding the right guys to hide in that spot and increase their passing game, as we just saw there. How about the run after catch? Racked him.
Well, yeah, whether it's a true fullback, a tight end you put in the fullback spot, you know they're going to be tough to bring down if you can get him the football in the passing game. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And an alley to run. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. Back to throw here. Throw left side complete. That's Gonzalez. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 11 and a first down L.A.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Steps away to his left. And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it? At that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football.
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
It was Justin Houston who got him down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got him pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
On 2nd and 7, Haskins. He's going to look deep. It got his man complete. It's a big play there for the Patriots. And even 40 yards. Well, that'll help get you out of danger. So much for playing it conservatively back towards your own goal line.
That aggressive mentality, sometimes you can use it, and they did there against a defense who probably thought to themselves, there's no way they take a shot here this deep in their own territory.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
He's coming up. We got double up, double up.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down. Slow. Get up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Rip right, rip right. Alert flare, alert flare, flare, flare. Whip, 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 whip. One close, one close. Go.
Now Johnson. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the Chargers' 35-yard line.
On the ready.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
On 2nd and 11 now. Haskins, he lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The Charger drive about to get going. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Called a no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll bring up 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now, standing just about on his own goal line. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Fielded just inside the 20. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And the Patriots take over. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? #1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. #2 goal is win your division. #3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Watch the twist. Check 9. Bang, 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 bang.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. And some room to roam now. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets them a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Get ready.
Looking to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. It's a gain of 7, and it'll make it a 2nd down. 2nd and 3. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Fellas, let's go.
They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. He may try. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time. Check the backer. Check the backer.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Gonzalez. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Undercrush, under swing. Sponge. No.
Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on. And as I watched that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know. But you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Defense, let's go.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Owens. That one good for 13 at a New England 1st down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Tight dog.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. Now, sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so.
And it'll be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Slam. Hey, 24. Check 24. 56.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw, and that is incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league. NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over, and it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Now, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Watch the slap.
2nd and 6. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. He's going to let this go, and this is going to be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick, and his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. 2nd down, Haskins. Screenplay, Johnson. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
3rd and 2. Now Haskins. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Here's Jack Fox now. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day, all day. SOS. Right side. Come on. Shift. Watch the shift. He's coming. Double up. He's here. Check three. Ready.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
56 to Mike, boy. 56. Check 56. Rip left. Go. Jam. Set go.
And the blitz does come. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Eli Apple. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
They'll keep it on the ground. McFarland. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. You can tell they were hoping. Open for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. He stepped right up like a pro.
This will be taken in after 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Check 99. Switch, screen. Check 43. 22, check cover. Switch 22. Check cover. Ball shot.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
They go to Johnson again. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Check. Watch the edge.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. Got what he needed for the 1st down with a gain of 2. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
I'm coming after you. Lucky. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
A good pickup there of 20 yards.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Johnson. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
At the 43-yard line.
On play action, Haskins. And a quick throw here, that's complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And once again, the Patriots are back out in front. Now the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. This quarterback now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
He's brought down by Jabril Peppers. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike. Exit. Exit.
Now back to throw. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
Kill, kill, kill. Rush in, rush in. Rush. Check, 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 check.
They go play action now. Haskins throwing the out route incomplete. It's Owens. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. Haskins now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. Oh, no, he lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. On the toss, here's Johnson. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Check, check, check. 58 for Mike, 58. I know he ain't got it. Deuce, hey. Check 52.
From the gun, Haskins on third down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way. Now, that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block, but the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes, so when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Now a play fake here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. Well, throws like that, especially where we sit in the fourth quarter, he's got to be careful.
Yeah, and you know one of my faults is that I often view this game through a defensive back's eyes. And in this situation, your team's losing, it's late, tighter coverage, take a chance and go and try and step in front of one of those and make a big play. So if you're the quarterback, that should be in your head. This is their time to take a gamble.
Back to throw now on second and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gonzalez. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 39. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Mike 54.
look to throw here. And he's got his man on the out route. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead.
At the 35-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. Complete. This is Lewis. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's got Lewis. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd and 9, Haskins, throw left side complete. That's Owens. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England 1st down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching in Atlanta, our apologies. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Johnson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Again, it's Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a 1st down or more. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10.
It's our time. Go. Watch twins. 2-6.
The busy night continues for Johnson. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you could just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So for New England, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for our visitors, it's just their second loss so far to go along with their 7 wins. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until